Property viewings. It's that pain area where most of the investors, during the start of their investment journey, they go and do aggressively, but later on, they cool down a bit. So in order to improve the productivity, if you are a full-time day job holder and you want to invest in property, everything counts. Your productivity counts. Your number of viewings per hour counts. You got to really measure yourself. The few things that we did is, we put invites in the calendar for next 6 months, right? So every 6 months we just kind of update our calendars for next 6 months on what are those viewings days. It gives you a very clear picture of when is that you are actually visiting your investment area and puts that pressure on you as well. And the week when you're not visiting, because we do fortnightly, so the week we are not visiting, we plan the viewings for the next week. Right? And the second thing is you got to experiment. If you are able to do 8 viewings comfortably, can you stretch to say 12 or 15? And if you do, what is happening? You got to study that science of what are the pitfalls if you increase it to 12 or 15. Or in our case, we went to 22. We planned for 25, but we achieved 22, right? So we learned quite a lot on how to improve our productivity. Unless you go and do this cycle and learn, fail and learn, in stretch zone, you're not going to achieve results.
When you try to place offers as property investor, emotions, they play a big part. So in order to counter those emotions, what you could do is structure your offer in 3 phases. Phase 1, which represents an offer price which is a MIMO deal, money in and money out deal, where you're not going to leave any money in. Stage 2 or phase 2, where it represents a solution between you and the seller. You probably are comfortable leaving some money in, so that should be that offer. Stage 3, an offer price beyond which you'll just walk away. You will never go and raise your offer beyond that price. If you play these 3 stages and then put that as a system in your offering process, there's little chance you're going to go wrong.
So when you create and grow business, there are various phases. Firstly, you got to have an idea. Secondly, you got to start working on it, on the business. And thirdly, you need to scale up the business. Now, I'm going to share my thoughts on scaling up the business, because I think creation of the business and working on the business is something which you have to work on yourself. But scaling up the business involves other people. It won't be just you alone. That's where you need to identify and create teams who are aligned with your core values. In property investment, for example, the teams that would be involved are surveyors, solicitors, estate agents, letting agents, and so on and so forth. Now, when you're growing the teams, all builders, make sure that your values are aligned with them. They have appropriate systems in place so that they will support and help you grow your business to the next level. So guys, just wanted to share that when you are choosing your power teams, make sure that they are actually helping in growing the business and not hindering the business.
When you try to kind of implement something new and you want to grow, your habits matter, right? However small or big, your habits matter, because habits are the ones which are going to shape up your identity. Right? And if you really want to achieve your outcome, your goals, then your systems should come from your habits. Right? If you try to take systems that are working for others, they may not work for you, because those are designed based on what they have at their disposal as support network, as funds, as knowledge. But if you don't have those things, those systems are probably not going to work for you. So you need to shape up your identity via your habits. And from your habits, you need to define your own systems. Yes, you can take templates, but you always have to mold them into your own systems that work for you.
Property investment is about getting the property that you want to invest in, which means the property is in an area. So area analysis is very, very important in the game of this property investment. Now, the first thing is the area you have chosen should be aligned with your goals, whether you want to flip the properties or whether you want to generate a cash flow. And the second part is there's no point in selecting an area and you not being able to spend the time over there, you not being able to travel that far. Meaning there are people who have chosen up north, but they are not able to travel. So choose an area where you are comfortable traveling and spending time on a fortnightly basis, for example. And last but not the least, and very important, what is your source of income? What is the source of funds? Well, do you have enough funds, or would you be able to raise enough capital to invest in the properties in the area that you have chosen?